Hello, welcome. Today I have another ink review video for you. This one is by Ferris Press. It's called Royal Rhubarb, and it's got this beautiful box. And this one, you can see it's got a little bit of damage. I was not able to find this ink anywhere. I finally found it on eBay. So unfortunately, I can't really leave a link because I got this secondhand, and it was labeled as new, but you never know. But it looks like something happened to the box a little bit. So as you can see, it's got some wear and stuff on it. I'm not really sure. But the ink seemed okay. Like it didn't leak or anything. That's how it looks on the back. So let's do a test here real quick. And one of the problems with all the fountain pen inks out there is there's some beautiful ones that people really want to try, or they just don't get it, or get it in time and it just gets discontinued or something, and then you have to go crazy places like secondhand to get the ink you want, and it can be really difficult to find the ones you want. So I'm going to go ahead and review this, even though I don't know if you can get it still. I'll check the website, Ferris Press, and see if they still have it. But it wasn't there when I looked originally for this color. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and write the name on here. This is by Ferris Press. There we go. All right, I'm going to set this under the fan to dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So first we're going to test this out on some copy paper. And I do this because sometimes all you have handy is some cheap paper, and you want to know if the ink will perform on it. So we're going to go ahead and give it a try. I will say that so far it's a very pretty color, much different than what I expected. It has a very rich color to it. Now there is some feathering on this, and that's fine because this is just copy paper. Let's see here, oil, rhubarb, and this is copy paper. All right. Yeah, there's some feathering, and this really isn't meant to be used on copy paper anyway, but I always try just to see, because you never know, you might get surprised. And sometimes it's just because of how much ink I'm putting down, so maybe in an extra fine nib this wouldn't be a problem. I don't know. But it's always worth experimenting if you really like a color and you want to use it on copy paper for some reason. All right, oops, there we go. And the other reason I test this is because, on the copy paper, is because when I first started, this is HP 32. When I first started, I didn't know that the paper mattered, and I couldn't understand why my inks looked so terrible. And I thought I was getting, not scammed, but maybe like I was doing something wrong. So, and I was using the wrong paper. So that's part of the reason I do this on all the different types of paper. My pen is getting dry here. Okay, so HP 32 paper is also a type of copy paper, but it has this nice coating on it. It's very smooth, and the ink tends to perform really well on it. So if you don't want to get the expensive paper, this is sometimes a very good second option. Okay, and then we'll try this on some Tomo River paper. And if there are any inks that you would like to see me review, just leave a comment, and if I have the ink or if I can get it, then we'll do a review. All right. Tomo River paper typically shows off the properties of the inks really well. If it has any special properties like shading or a sheen or anything like that. And this is Tomo River. Here's some lines. Okay, it looks like this ink definitely has some kind of shading going on. Whoops, as I drop my pen. Okay, I'm gonna clean this off, and what I'm going to do is go check on that swatch we made, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So Here's how it looks on the copy paper. Obviously, there's some feathering that might be fixed with a finer nib or just a drier pen or something, I don't know. Or just don't use copy paper. Here it is on HP 32. You can see it's a beautiful rich color. There's definitely a little bit of shading in there. And it's a really pretty color. But then here it is on the Tomoe River. And you can see how much better the ink looks on this paper. This is an example of an ink that I saw swatches of and saw pictures on the website and stuff, and I was like, I don't think I'll like that. But then I was completely shocked in real life. So this is a gorgeous ink. I'm so glad I got this because this does not look anything like I was thinking it would in real life. So you've got this beautiful shading around here, like a halo shading. And I know over here the pen got dry, so it's lighter, but anywhere that the ink went down heavy, it's got beautiful like halo shading all the way around all the letters. And anywhere where the ink is, not as heavy, it's this beautiful light color. So the shading on this is just amazing because I love shading. It's my favorite ink property. And this halo shading is really not something I see a lot of, especially so consistently. This is a beautiful, beautiful ink, and I'm definitely going to be using this in my notebook at some point because this is really, really pretty. Just the shading, I'm just shocked. And then here's how our swatch looks. So you can get a better idea of what this color looks like. It's like instead of a wine red, like a wine pink. It's very pretty. It's super rich. It has these dark spots. It's almost like it's trying to sheen, but it's not. And down here in the writing, you can see again that beautiful halo shading effect that is just so pretty and around all these little ribbons and stuff. So if you can find this ink and if you like this type of color, these very rich, heavily pigmented, and I don't mean it has pigments in it, I just mean like it's a just a very densely pigmented ink, like very rich, saturated color. You'll probably really enjoy this. This is just, hopefully the camera picks up how beautiful this is in person. But anyways, I love this ink, so I'm so glad I got this. And if you enjoyed this video or if it was helpful to you at all, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and so that way you can see more. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.